Yo, how is everybody? Sorry, I'm definitely running late today. It's been a week. Yo, Harpoon, how you doing? How'd your animation project come out? Not streaming so you can hang out? That's excellent. Very good. I have no idea what I'm working on. We have ship. I don't know how I'm going to progress ship today, though. We have a whole list of things that I will probably ignore, as is the custom. Get stuck on something else. Like I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm also interested in maybe instancing some VDBs for these cannons. So we might be jumping over to Embergen today. The ship we started February 1st, I think. And then we carried it into March. Before this, we were doing Mushroom Village. This is more or less the result. It dances, though, and it syncs up to music. And also completely procedural. And we swapped over to the ship. And then only about 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday, with lots of distractions and lots of redoing things because I want them to be cleaner. Wait. We're running at like 4 frames per second now. I think it gets a little bit better if we take the lifeboats off. We can keep one, reducing that one. It's almost another half a frame. Or we could just drop them all. Could be better. It's gotten a bit complex. A little bit complex. Most complicated thing you've done in Geonode so far is a cottage surrounded by trees. Mountainscape. Okay. Nothing on these. You love Geonodes though? Your happy place? I'm finding it nice. I'm getting into the groove of it. Yeah, I used Maya for a long time. And I still would use Maya for box modeling if I was gonna box model something that I don't need to be procedural. And then I definitely prefer the rigging. But so far, this is kind of the best environment for procedural modeling. I tried a little bit of Houdini. That's how this project started, actually. The first week of February, I spent most of that time in Houdini trying to figure out how to do the same thing. And I got up to a similar point, but it ran really poorly. And the whole time I was like, I could just be doing this a lot easier in Blender. So I did. The whole kit and caboodle went together a lot easier. Actually having nodes to do math instead of trying to do math in weird like fields, I just find superior. Like I also get coding is nice. I sometimes kind of wish I could just code some of this stuff, but then the code's not as shareable. And it breaks down the whole like node centric ideal. So I'm a little torn, but yet totally digging geonodes. But cottage surrounded by trees, that sounds complicated. I always bailed at trees. I ended up doing my tree grower in Unity. 2 years now? I mostly avoided it. I would do like 1 month of Blender every year to do a Scooby Doo project that I was doing in October. Um, And then I'd tinker here and there, but I would always rage quit because everything outside of GeoNodes is horrible about Blender. Um, so yeah, only recently I've gone through the mindset of like, if I'm going to use Blender, which I don't mind doing because of GeoNodes, I'm only going to use GeoNodes. We don't touch anything else. And that started late last year. I think we started with a wreath. Earlier this year. Still getting the hang of it. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, GeoNodes is nice. Just trying to figure out what I'm... There's still some things I want from GeoNodes. Man, if there was a bevel node, that'd be fantastic. There's a tree generator built into Blender, but you need a specific conifer style. So you made your own over a couple of days. Turned out nice. Cool. Neat. Yeah, I kept trying and it would always like, be a problem of like instancing not working very well to nest the branches that I wanted to do. It would just look bad. And it going absolutely nuts with me doing like nested procedural growth trees. It would just always go nuts. And you put the wrong number in and the whole program crashes. Or you start typing a number and the whole program crashes. Like, yeah, I don't know. So we do simpler now. We do simpler. Nothing grows. Or nothing grows organically. We're not sprouting anything. This is simpler. This is way simpler. I mean, I think so. Like we have the all simple sections. Start out by having a keel and ribs. So we just like, I draw a curve up because that's decent enough. And I use like a rib curve and a keel curve, or like a spine curve. And I turn that into just like a set of ribs on the curve. And then I stretch curves on that to the side panels. And then from that, we can make a hull, just like a solid object. And then we start booling the decks. So we have like just a big square deck, and then we bool it off to be the shape. You know, very simple. Yeah, the goal of GeoNodes, I feel like, is just to do more with less. Have very simple nodes, reuse them over and over. So yeah, I dig it. And yeah, no, this is definitely the biggest, most crazy build, but a boat was always going to be this way. It might look a little different if I started with the right mentality. Because I only got inspired to do some things after the fact. Like I animated the sails individually, like as I was creating sail. I was like, okay, you're animated. That was a mistake. So later on, I like gathered up all the sails. They all get animated. The ropes, I don't like do all of the curve to mesh in individual nodes anymore. I like pass curves out and then we mesh all of those together. And then we can do things on all of those and we can animate all those together. A little bit more streamlined. But there might be a little bit of cruft left. And I'm still reeling because I kind of passed some objects where I should have just been doing geometry. Man, it's fine. Fine, learning process. Yeah, batching. I mean, stairs is so many things. It's like create cube in a repeat and then offset it by this much and scale it by this much. And you can use that for so many things. That radial ones too. The mushroom village was mostly like radial instancing and some fun cap deforming. Okay, so the key that I unlocked at the end of Mushroom Village, which was really neat, was that you can put a light into an object reference for geonodes, and you can instance that around. So like duplicating that as an instance, it's big. Big. Especially if I wanted to put like lamps all the way up and they each have an actual light source instead of just trying to use emission. Because emission tends to be a little bit spottier. And now I'm like, wait, what else can we do with instance? It would be cool to throw an instance to mesh of some animated sailors in. That would be neat. And there would also be room for cannon fire. I want to see if we can get a VDB instanced. That'd be neat. So yeah, let's make some mistakes. First, we have to make the fire. Yeah, discard whatever. I think we're gonna use this just because it's already running so slow. Well, hold on. Think about this. Let's think about this. Let's be reasonable people here. We could use this wonderful system that's also node-based, that's very good at exporting VDBs. And we can customize to make a cannon fire VDB for us. Or we can putz around with geonodes and try and do some sort of simulation. Man, in geonodes, I've been recently turning against volumes. They're just such a pain in the ass to work with, both rendering and the mesh to volumes, because the mesh to volumes are just so expensive. And I feel like that would be needed, and I'd also, in my heart of hearts, want to go with a volume renderer for the smoke. Or the fire, and the fire, right? I guess I'm doing that anyway. Yeah, I don't know. GeoNodes trying to voxelize in the moment is just, it's no good. Oh, is that emissive objects? Makes a lot of sense, just instance actual lights. Yeah, and they're not as expensive as you'd think. Like, they could be way worse. I feel like you have to do... You get away a lot more with the emissive objects. Or, sorry, with the lights. Because the light can show more without blowing everything out. Where the emissive object immediately, like, destroys its own value if you try to get it bright enough to actually, like, shed light around. At least in Eevee. Because I do most of my work in Eevee because cycles is such a slow pain in the ass. And Eevee does a really nice ray trace, actually. I don't mind it. But it's a little different. Yeah, exactly. And the yeah, geometry just doesn't have to glow like the sun to get a light to go farther. You know, the range that you can get on a light is nice. Because you can't control that with emission. You only get like power. Yeah, fully blown out, right? Yeah, that's actually why like we started doing mushrooms with a mission to get our light, and that's why they're kind of blown out. But that's fine. I don't think it's terrible. I don't mind the hot spots, but yeah, the lights, we put the lights around the windows. It works so much better. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm still going to be interested. Can we get a VDB to instance around? Right? Are we all be super curious? And I want to restart because what we tried last time. I don't know if we were close. I don't know. We'll find out. I think I just want to key it instead of trying to key the ADSR thing. Wasn't working as well. Oh, oops. Patient. Okay, not terrible. Play around with light paths in the shader, but better still if you don't need to. I don't mess with the shaders too much. And if they had previews, if they had little texture previews like Substance Designer, I'd be all over it. But it's like a little underpowered. Doesn't quite have all the nodes I want it to have. Um, and it's still a pain to debug. Aha. Okay, wait, wait. Let me just key shape activity. You know what? It's simple, and I kind of like it. We might just need to diffuse it or dissipate it at the end. Lots. Okay, I think maybe a little bit of fall off. Be a little bit less fall. We are a lot. To make simple mesh objects for previews. Makes sense. Have you used Substance P? I don't use Painter. I use Designer. Used to paint a lot in real life, so shaders are your main entry point into Blender, really? Oh, that's neat. Paint miniatures or 2D pieces? Sewing works in Blender for cloth sims. Never touched it before. Used to be a costumer. Interesting crossing over. Ooh, okay. So I use Marvelous Designer for cloth. But Cryogy was showing me there are ways to like get edges to merge. I mean, yeah, merging edges, I think. 3D paintings, portraits, and things. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, so Designer is node based, but every node has a little preview window of what it's going to do to the thing that comes into it. And it's not generic. It's literally the altercation to the thing that comes into it, and everything's textures. So it's like you see the noise and the 2D noise picture, and you plug that into a thing, and then this will have different options, and he will also have a thing. So you can see the difference between two nodes, and everything will have that. It's really nice. Yeah, Designer's really cool. A lot of like adding and subtracting and multiplying, and there's some more advanced features. You can like edge detect and bring in baked stuff. It's neat. I do all of my texturing in it, or I try to. I really hate that Blender imports the texture into the file, and it doesn't just like load a remote file and read it into memory. And that is recently keeping me away from wanting to put any texture work into anything that I do in Blender, because it just bloats the files. So yeah, I'm at a little bit of an impasse there. Still trying to figure out the workflow. Okay, now this is a donut, and that's bad. The first thing I recognize. 1 meter. About cannonball size. 1 meter, right? Cannonballs are definitely 1 meter big. 1.5. Am I being realistic? It's not cool. 10 times bigger. That's cool. Look at all that. I'll give you some jitter. Some big jitter. So first. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool. So yeah, have you ever seen Marvelous Designer? Because if you haven't, I am tempted to open it. And by tempted, I mean I'm opening it. Un moment. There we go. So you can import a person, but then you get an actual pattern window. And you can like draw out your patterns. It does do curves too. And this is going to be very rudimentary. Beauteous. Then we can duplicate it. That back. Can sew things. Shows you where it's going to sew. You can also do it right. Beauteous. Of course, it's just gonna fall to the ground because we don't have an avatar, but it's like a nice real-time cloth sim. Works pretty decent. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And then this is also like UVable. But yeah, then just export cloth on person. You can also simulate. You can like bring in an alembic of an animation, and you can pin cloth to them, and they can just wear cloth, and then you can like run through the animation with the cloth sim and export all that. So it's kind of neat. Yeah, it does pretty well. It used to have better licensing. That's what I can say. It is cool, but it's a little bit outrageous right now. Okay, the height. We need more height. Give me more voxels. 300. Okay. Okay, dissipate a little bit faster. That's good enough. That's totally good enough. Saved. Let's do the VDB export. You're dropping her wrong? Yeah, unfortunately. Stick with Blender? Yeah.
Nice. It immediately made it look like dirty laundry. How convenient.
I mean, everything turns into dirty laundry. Yo, Crouchy, how are you? What are you up to? We're gonna try some stuff. I think that stuff is gonna be importing a VDB and trying to instance it where the cannons are. I think that's gonna look great and definitely not be a huge source of frustration. So we're gonna try that. I mean, otherwise, we could do a flip book. Is that tacky? How tacky? It might not be bad to do both. Because the ones that aren't close to us, we probably do want billboards of. But for now, let's break everything. Density, temperature, flame, fuel, velocity. Oh, what about smoke? Why don't you? I guess if you're not flames, then you're smoke, right? Sorry, I already know I'm gonna have some issues. Do I want temperature? Does temperature matter? Is flames on or not? We're gonna learn. We are gonna learn some stuff Where is it good up to? Okay, 222 frames. I want you to be up to here. Okay, wait, can I just divide by 4? Yeah, I did. Succeed. 56 frames, that seems almost reasonable. Do we need that first frame? Yes, I guess. Oh, wait, I don't, you should put this in a sane place. Put this on the junk drive. Okay, VDB, go. Harpoon's been on his best behavior, I promise. Okay, so I think that exported. I think. Should I check? I think I should check. The silence is absolution. Yeah, I checked. It exists. It is a series of frames. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Man, this is a huge mess. 14th. Oh. Today, the Ides of March? Was yesterday the Ides of March? Did I just casually miss the Ides of March? For shame. For shame. No matter what it is, I definitely missed it because it's late in the year now. All right, let's do this VDB strategy. I think we add in a volume import open VDB. And then we pull it from the junk drive that we put it on. Oh, I hate myself right now. Okay, hold on. Hold on, pause. We're re-exporting, but with frame padding, because what kind of monster are we? Wait, absolute frames? No. No. Can I undo that one? I can. Underscore number. Good. Now we export. Want to get kicked too soon? Just not sportsmanlike? True. Okay, here we go. Boom, this, and we're gonna try that again. Import from junk, this. That ordering's still weird. Blender, you're not convincing me that you understand numbers. Okay, we have simple canon. Where Where is our simple cannon fire? That's a question. Also, did I do it wrong? Did I forget a box? Did I forget the sequence box? I see nothing about sequence. In volumes. Ah, here. Found it. Starts at 0. And number of frames is 55. The only band chat is with the best viewers from somewhere with strange letters and an obfuscated URL. That's true, but that's not that Cryogy doesn't try. And it's a constant thing. Okay, so it has density and has flames. Good. Do you just need like a volume material now? Principled volume. Okay, that fills me with hope. So there's no tint. I assume this is going to come out as white, whatever. Just uniform, white, if it works, whatever. Oh, good, it's not centered. Exactly what I always wanted. Why would you not be centered? Oh, good. I didn't want that to work. That was a test. Blender. I'm kidding. Blender is an enigma. Does it do a thing? It fills up a space. Okay. Okay. From there, you just fire? Nope.
Wanna become famous? Fry tater tots, slimes and cures on ftp://but.ly/mlame, slickcauliflower.dumb.
Thank you, Cryogy. We needed some advertising. It was getting lonely in here. If I don't have advertiser attention, I have no self-worth. It's gone. Here, be bright. Temperature, I'm pretty sure it said like a lot. Pretty sure it said a lot. Okay, everything is dark. I'm scared. I'm scared. This is not how it's supposed to be. Well, surface none. Okay, that's fancy. It's supposed to be cannon, fire, BDB, matte. Color. Is there a color attribute? I don't know. Anyway, is this going to be better with cycles? We're already on cycles. Why? Is it because I have another volume somewhere? Oh, wait. I just need to get close to it. Oh, goodness. Why are you like this? Do we just stare into the fire? Keep sampling. Come on. Cycles, you broke. It changed, but the samples didn't. What? Feels broke. Is it too many? Should I lower the volumes? I think. Should be able to lower something. Oh, we got 3 samples. All right, Cycles, you cooked. Evie, do you do anything? Oh. Boom. So nothing like fire, but that's a smoke. I think we need to put it into mission for Evie. He has like a different way of doing things, right? Actually, how do I divert? I need to be in like shading. So principal volume type, right?
It ain't broke, your GPU is just having an aneurysm.
You know, it might be. We might have dropped some frames there. That is true. Makes me think we could attempt to lower the density. Voxel size. Right? Wrong? Or is this literally just going to scale up the whole thing? Box size 5 times higher. Oh yeah, see that's way lower resolution. It's kind of ugly. Feel differently about it, okay? Okay, what if we zoom out though? Right? Like we're not gonna be we're not gonna be like licking the cannon, right? Crowdgy, can I borrow your GPU? Just real quick, please. I feel like the smoke is nothing. We need like so much more smoke if this is what we're doing. I like still don't see any smoke. Um, right, and maybe we don't need this one. Generated smoke, 15%. We need like 100%. Hmm. In your mind, but don't think you want it? Wait, what GPU do you have? Box size is 1 meter? That's about 4 feet. 1 meter is 3 feet. Give or take a couple centimeters. Not worth mentioning. It's 3 feet. $1070. Okay, yeah, I upgraded from a 1080 last year. And I do not regret. I have a 4070 now. Though I have to say, Embergen worked pretty good on the 1080. You'd be surprised. Blender, maybe less so.
My GPU is so ancient, it regularly tries to us as steam engine.
Croji, what numbers are you rocking? Like, didn't notice that there was a length-based thing on this. And you can't multi-click things. Ugh. Why does every program have major issues? Major embarrassing issues.
I'm ashamed to reveal that.
Okay, drum roll please. We're about to get the answers we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Why? 420 is too much. 350. That's less. Can confirm less. Changing the voxels changes everything. Okay, yeah, 1 meter is too much.
Not ashamed, too embarrassed.
But you do change the space size. Oh, okay. This is a huge mistake. Huge. Not ashamed, too embarrassed. Oh. Oh, now I understand. That makes more sense. Okay. Would you have to say the word integrated to define it? Do you have a discrete graphics card? Not that I would ever shame you. That would be terrible. I'm not here to shame anybody. Not a GPU measuring competition. Though, you know, size does factor into it somehow. The world we live in. The one computer part that doesn't get smaller. Inverse fall off? Am I? Like once it gets out of this, I would like it to stop. Can you stop? I have to do it like this. Why does this fall off not seem to do anything? Quadratic. It's very upsetting. Okay, so it might be going a little bit too hard.
Integrated? No, no, even I know I couldn't show my face with that. Imagine, you'd need to commit seppuku.
I would, yes. I would definitely need to commit seppuku. That's exactly how I understand that working. That's a good one. That's a good Friday laugh. I like that. So, there was a place where this wasn't so bad. Somewhere in between. Of course, why is it not just a multiplier for the world size? That would make sense, wouldn't it? I always feel like I'm not quite aligned with what they're thinking. Why would I'm so confused. So confused. Fall off percent 100. Okay, now we invert. Okay, so maybe that works. We just need to increase push strength. Oh yeah, there we go. Maybe a little, a little bit less. That about to go right off in a really obvious way? Yes, it is. But we could drop the height. Okay, hold on. We have solutions. We have solutions. 200. But then this goes back to 420. Chat win. I mean, sorry, streamer win. That's a streamer win. Definitely not falling into CryoG's horrible tropes. It gets better? No, it doesn't. They're too expensive. They're ridiculously expensive. That back and then back. Is this how I understand this to work? Question is just this point, how obvious is it that it's just blowing right off to a little bit too much.
Stronger, but shorter, that's what she said.
Is it? I mean, you know, if it's her preference, it's all good then. No, I kind of, somewhere in between. the 420, blaze it with a cannon. It's good. I like this. This is our new increment. I wonder about things though. Okay, so we already don't need as many. You know, it's the motion of the ocean. That's what they always say. What else am I looking for? I don't think I want to drink it. Okay, we just go off a little bit there. It's good enough. It's good enough. I should stop fussing. I should bring it back and then get frustrated with Blender. Wait, that's how it works. I don't know what grid glass. Just want. How do I have color? Give me color export. But okay, that's what's killing me. That's what I feel like is missing. Or maybe I just don't know how to get it. We click, we search. Um, yeah, maybe we can only use temperature. That's the temperature gradient, I guess, for the fire. I guess we can try and replicate that. Did I hit export? I don't remember. Give me a sec. Yeah, yeah, like that. Cool. I feel better about this. This is gonna be just so much nicer. It's less frames that it needs to work with. I think the voxels are smaller, so it's less dense. It should be great. Should be great. Do we delete this one, or can we tweak? I think we can tweak numbers. I put a 2 here, and I put a 2 here. Enter. Where are you? Do I need to import it again? Is it not gonna? Frames and then, oh, we don't even have 55 frames anymore. I lied. How do we have 55 frames? What did I do? Okay, whatever. It is what it is. And then we can also play with an offset. Does it have to be here?
First of all, what is the size of the bottle? Cause that is important. The scaling does matter.
I mean, we can scale everything we want, so why does it matter? Do you want me to make it bigger or smaller? Just let me know. What's your preference? It can grow bigger. You know, we can put the AC on. We can make it colder. Okay, the VBB, does that scale? Can you just be smaller? Why don't I see a thing anymore? $53 was not found. Aha. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong file. Give me a second. That's why. There's 51 now. Yeah, let's just see the volume and then we will scale it. Get small. Get real small. And then we'll see if we can instance it around. Or we should try and render it first before we try and instance it and then render it. Right? So wait, are you trying to tell me that's not legitimate right there? That beautiful move? This can't be a cannon fire? I keep hitting Control R to reset the time, and it doesn't work like that. It's also backwards. Okay, so if we went into the cycles, right? I mean, it can be seen. It can be seen. Velocity. Oh, should I have exported velocity? I don't see a discrete place to put it. I don't know, maybe not. What attribute? Should you not
Render?
be fire?
Yes. Wait, no. Oh, I don't know. Will the stream survive?
We're not dropping anymore. This is working. This is working. I even have cycles on right now. Look at that reflection happening. Okay, density be lower. It looks really nice in a reflection. But I guess that's the AI denoiser. The stream's still up, right? Please tell me if it's not. Density, do you matter? Can you matter? Can I only do this in cycles? Because I feel like EV, NI, and volumes are tricky sitch. The glow is great. Oh, I turned the black body intensity up. That could do it. But then that's like everything. $100? Come on. I mean, just a little bit. I need smoke to work too, though. Or maybe to adjust my understanding. F?
Oh, ew, that was a hellfire cannon.
That's almost a thing, right? Can you see it? Mm. It's missing something. But emission is like everything emitting. Okay, turn that down, and this goes back to 4,000. But where's the smoke? Clearly doing something wrong. Yeah, back to full density. Do I need to remap it? I'm not impressed. Oh wait, hold on. That looks like a smoke. Okay. All right, yeah, if we can instance this, right? Yeah, there's some fire in there. Okay, it's like it starts as smoke and then turns into fire. I don't really understand that bit. Oh, and then the lightning. And then the lightning. Okay, we're gonna back it up. Okay, let's get out of cycles. Evie, come back. Evie, come back to me. Okay, and then the ship. Oh no, or maybe the cannon. Maybe the cannon gets this. Object info as instance, that's the trick. Maybe, if it works. I don't know. We will see. Okay, and then it needs an offset. Show me my can. Needs a mighty offset. Okay, we put the, what's it called? Simple cannon fire. But then how do I see it? Do we have to go back to this is pain. We have to go back to cycles. And cycles has feelings. Cycles has feelings about that. This is tricky. I should just be later, right? That's why, because the bounds don't show up. Yeah, okay. Maybe that. Okay, a question. Cannons, will you have? Possibly, maybe, hopefully. Hope they're not realized. If they're realized, that's going to be problematic. Cycles?
That is a BFC.
Okay. Okay, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. It worked. Yo, I was expecting that not to work. You know, the prototype cannon was several times larger than it needed to be. This is true. The engineers responsible have acknowledged this and would like if everyone can move on. uh yeah, the smoke is still not quite there, but dude, we did it. We did it. We can have a naval battle now. Goodness. Okay, let's go EV for a sec. Let's dupe our ship out. I did that wrong. Delete that. We need to dupe our ship with its keel for reasons. Here, we're gonna flip you around. Wait, all cannons should have it, right? Oh, I kind of see them, maybe? And get there? Okay. All right. I believe. We just need to get to cycles and watch the magic. We're gonna have volumes and volumes. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, let's put an output folder and see if we can't render the screen. Fingers crossed. Please don't be black. Oh, you're black. Thank you. Never mind. Escape. So we can only do that with Eevee. And Eevee's not gonna show anything? Why do they feel like they go backwards? Oh, maybe they're backwards.
Shiver me timbers, that's
need
a
a
tinder
cycle?
box, if ever I've seen one.
Oh, yeah? I mean, not dropping frames yet. Not dropping frames yet. No, we're good. We're good. We're past dropping frames now. That was past us. Yeah, we're good. Oh, I guess we drop frames when we try and do that in cycles. We just need to render a sequence out to actually see our work. The cannon we gotta fix. Fires a little bit backwards. Yeah, I think it is a little bit backwards. Yeah, yeah, and the cannonball would come out of there. And then that smoke and scale.
Just one frame, for testing and tasting.
Just one. I mean, we can do that viewport though, right? And cycles. We're not dropping frames, probably because I didn't hit play. So we would have to figure out a solution for us to like alternate between different cannon fires, so that way we can have them be offset from each other. Just one frame. I want all the frames though. I want to watch the smoke. I want to watch. Oh, it drives me crazy. Why does it get red after the fact? You're right, it might be scale actually, right? Like if the whole thing was scaled bigger than the emission from the black body temperature would be less influential over the smoke, right? So, what do you think? We're not fully there yet, but might as well be. It's a little tricky to tweak. And now we need destruction. We need splinters to come out. We need the big gaping holes. We need splintered pines everywhere. Separate from the splinters. We need little splinters, and then we need big ripped apart chunks of board. That would be your. What is your conjecture? I want to think bigger smoke, bigger fire, right? Let's make it huge. Is there a point where it's too big? Could it be too big? Am I asking the real questions? Oh yeah, cannon. There we go. Okay, so first, front a little bit. Yeah, it needs to put out a lot. Not impressive unless there's so much it should be clouding the scene. Okay, and back to cycles. Ooh, that's a lot.
You want the scene from Pirates of the Caribbean with him walking down the stairs on the ship with splinters everywhere.
That is a good scene. That, yeah, I mean, you can't deny that would be impressive. It's just one sample. How impressive is this? It's just one sample. I think they need to be farther away. And then maybe we're on the deck of the ship. Okay, it's still inside. Okay, it can be totally impressive, right? Interesting. The light coming from the right angle makes it so you see smoke while they're all on fire. Interesting. This is boarding distance. That's true, which is not cannon fire distance, right? That'd be insanity. If they were just staggered, if we could just offset the cannons, but I think I can only because they're instanced. They need to be swapped between a couple different instances that both have their offsets set to defined amounts. Or not, we might be able to, can we do an expression that says something like if we're beyond the range to start again? Should be bigger. I can keyframe the offset, but because we're instancing it on the cannon before we put it on the ship, all of the cannons have the same amount. You know, like we can't actually have cannons offset from each other. Oh, that's a good point. I guess that means that we would need a divide at some point where we can add in the offset smoke. To the cannon, but then get multiple instances of the cannon with the offset smoke. Right? I don't know. But okay, so we could keyframe the offset just to get to cycle, right? Like, yes. Let me give you a definite answer there. Absolutely. Rendering done. I'm not impressed. Not impressed. More density? I mean, so far I do actually like double density. Can we change global scale? Or would we have to scale everything? Because we could. It's an option. I'm not saying I can't.
Yes. More destiny. More destiny.
More destiny. Okay, yeah, more destiny then. What does 5 look like? Kinda. Oh, that's some lightning. And it should be kind of dissipating there. Let's go a little bit earlier. Yes, you know, this all looks red. Is that because we're not dispersing enough sunlight? We might be overcast at this point. All these variables. You don't think there's a global scale? You just use a parent object? Makes sense. I think scaling this wouldn't be too bad. I'm also thinking those epic firefights between ships, right? Like the paintings that they paint. I feel like those plumes of smoke go so far, all the way up into the sails. We could just drop the. I don't know. Is it worth it? Maybe we could also do a different VDB for that. I do think it isn't the most wise to try and pack all of the cool features into one thing because it's hard. Like if you tried to get it to stick around longer, it can make the effect look much different. $100. Ridiculous density. Ooh. Ooh. Bit nuclear. See, I thought I was gonna ruin it with density, and that just looked good. See, it looks good over
VDB
there.
vitamin
Now it's a
deficiency
little
booster.
VDB is a vitamin deficiency booster. I gotcha. Gotcha. uh, More like a scale deficiency booster. Yeah, it looks good over there. It's so, I don't know, something over here. I kind of really want to see this animated, but I can't. Yeah, Evie does nothing. Evie, what's your problem? Okay, so let's pause this. Take this off, and then the render, I guess. This is cool. This is cool. So I guess the next thing would be animated characters, instancing them on the deck. Once we get the render done. 16 samples. And then, where's the range? And we're going to end at 51 because I think that's the end of the VDB. Frame rate 24, why not? Sure. Oh, what camera? Oh goodness. Camera, where are you? How do we get you to be... Oh, it's like impossible to get to be this exact view, right? It's always going to be some trash zoomed in version. %25 size? That sounds good. That sounds good. Where's where is percent? This one, 25.
Yes, I want to see Peepos running on the deck burning and screaming like one of those Code Miko scenes.
I don't know the Code Miko scene you're talking about. I need reference. But yeah, we could do that, I think. Man, this project could really get out of hand if we're doing like people with hair sims and I mean, I guess we're gonna need to export some Olympic clothing, right? Yeah, we should do Olympic animated people, clearly. And then we should replace the Blender water animation with an actual liquid simulation. Oh yeah, we're gonna go nuts with this. Should we? Is it worth it? Still trying to figure that out. Okay, wait, where is it output to? Is it to the thing that says output? And how do I always lose that? Here it is. I don't need a PNG, be like a JPEG. Jeez, it just wants to take up my entire hard drive. And how long is this gonna take? It's gonna take forever. Should we go to less than 25%? Should we be at like 10%? Thinking. Couldn't hurt, right? Render animation. We did it. We did it, chat. We pressed the button.
All that done with GeoNodes. Has Mr. Streamer Sir finally cracked?
I think I could. I gave up on the fire. Like, we could try and do fire at some point. Oh goodness, I forgot to set the camera again. No, stop. It's fast enough to be entertaining though. Sort of. Okay, what's the button? What's the magical button to get the camera to be in the right place? It's a line view, active camera to view. Okay. Okay, now we try that again. Render animation. Oh, it's speeding through. Why doesn't it viewport render that? Well, I guess 10%. Are we done? It's so dark. It is so dark. Okay. Let's throw it in the old GIFerator. Screen to GIF, that is. It's a little bit small, I'll give you that. Did I forget to put it on cycles? Maybe I did. That explains kind of literally everything. All right, render animation. Black. Crowgy, help. What's it doing? What's this dumb beast doing? Come take a look at your 3D package. Look what your 3D package is doing now. Yep, I am right now rendering out a bunch of pitch black frames. Isn't that good? Or it's so blown out, like, wait, I can see it. Why is the gamma so bad? Or is it only doing a pass with the fire? Why is cycle so dumb? Oh, hold on. There must be something that we have the little camera logo on that we shouldn't, right?
If you want to have it render faster, set the viewport in the back to viewport shading.
Smart. But yeah, still, what about the black?
I'm gonna do it, I swear to God.
What's up, Dis? How you doing? What are you up to? I legit have no idea what could be making everything render out black. Oh, maybe that we don't have the spotlight on. That does change some things. Oh wait, I don't think I want the spotlight. I think I just want the light. And let's do it again. Oh, that looks like it's rushing, and now we're gonna get crap because Blender's not gonna take its time. Abort,
At the
this is
spell
bad.
000, don't do it. You need your thumbs to hold your spoon.
Sending a rate increase proposal? Good luck, Dis. Good luck. Light set net. Yeah, you got it. You got it, Harpoon. You're on top of things. Why is it so not bright enough? Do we just need more samples? That can't be it, right? Okay, maybe we need spotlight in too. Okay, yeah, better. I think a little bit spotty. Oh, it's gonna be very spotty. Why is it so? I literally have a denoiser. Oh, it's probably denoising last, right? Okay, never mind. Samples up to the lighting improve? I would assume. Let's see how this goes, because I have denoising on as well. A cool manga got a trailer? Gotcha Kuda. Gotcha Kuda. Okay, clicking.
Is the denoising on in the render section as well?
Okay, I can check render section. Gav, I can't tell anything that's happening in this. This is just random flashes
denoising.
of madness. I'm glad they drew so many frames of non-consecutive animations. So good. So good. Very proud of them. Could be cool. These trailers, they're so attention grabbing. Ooh, okay, we have results. We have results. Discard. Anyway, how are you, Gav? What are you up to today? Okay, all right. Should we try 25%? That looks pretty good. I don't think the denoising is working. Did I turn that off? Render denoise. Yeah, whatever. Let's see how that. And then. God, why is this scattered all over the place? Here we go. 25%. All right. The render anim. Let's go. Denising? Mm-hmm. I like denising. We waiting for this anime? Coming out this summer? Excellent, excellent. Can't wait to try a full episode of it. Render samples lower than my viewport. Like, kind of intentional. I do want to see. We are denoising. But we'll see. 25%. It's a lot of pixels. It's going pretty fast, though. Okay, discard the old project. Frame 19. All right, we're getting there. Gotta be patient though. Yeah, I hope the denoising is happening at the end. This looks noisy. Though, yeah, in general, if I was doing a final render, I think I would turn off denoising and I would turn the samples up and leave it overnight because I would rather the realism. Sensible Season 4 has been confirmed. Cool. Yeah, that one just ended, right? Hmm. Yeah, I have to watch seasons 1 through 3 first. Trying to do Renderpunk? You know? Yeah, kinda. Kinda. Seeing what we can get away with. Uh, this thing seems to have sunk into the deck a bit. Just noticing. Out of frame there. You know, Hammond's per frame, but not bad at the end. By default, anyway. Okay. Wait, we'll see how it all turns out. Yeah, the test frames look good. $36, we're getting there. Does anyone have any weekend plans? I think I am just sitting in and gaming. May or may not have an alpha that I have access to that I'm not allowed to talk about. But also, Halls of Torment. A fun little title that one's been. Mind of Edge. Gaming? Yeah, gaming. Gaming, brother. Blender? Excellent. Good choice. Good choice. If the place that I blendered wasn't so far away from my wife, I would probably blender. Gam? Love Gam? Yep. Are you still trying Fragpunk? You're gonna finally get a haircut and go to your parents?
What is
Oh,
this?
fun.
Gammon. Thing you speak of?
Cryogy, it's that decade cycle long event where you boot up Minecraft and you play for like a day before realizing that you don't want to play games anymore. If I understand correctly, from your point of view. You're trying out Fragpunk, you haven't played yet. Oh, I saw Into the Future then. Amazing. This week has been brutal. This one's been a real interesting one. Oh, that does remind me. What? Hold on. I want to check a thing out real quick. Yo, I keep trying to bring up a folder, and it's like, here's the folder, and then it doesn't bring it up. There it is, finally. Just checking a thing. Yeah, it is Friday. I should probably send off everything I can before weekend. Even though it won't be gotten to until Monday anyway. The wonders of Friday. It can make you look so productive. Press size. Why is there no date? Windows is so weird sometimes. Don't need your ratio.
Oh, now I understand. Those cannons are firing Bordeaux wine. Nice.
You know, maybe I made it too dense. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. This is my first day with Blender. I've never touched 3D before. I don't know what a light is. Camera is some guy from Britain, right? Yeah. I think that covers my bases. Sorry, covering my other bases. Cool. All right. All right. Perfect email. The speed ran. Have a great weekend. Send. Excellent. You saw it here first. And we're good. Now we're going to go into the render. Boom, I feel so productive. I'm energized right now. Oh, we end with some lightning. This is going to be good. Okay, are you ready? I don't think you're ready. Should they happen faster? Yeah, that a little bit too dense there. Why do they have what is that thing? Sheen. It looks like they have sheen. Like on the outer bit of the clouds there. Image resize. Can I make you bigger? You know, it'd be 960. There we go. Just be bigger. Enhance.
The clouds shouldn't move with it, the ship.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. So how do we do that actually? Because we're instancing them with the cannons to get a quick, get a quick position. I don't think you're ready. Density is probably high enough to trigger refraction. Yeah, that makes sense. It's dusty, all right? A little dusty. Oh, you can kind of see it coming over on the other side of the ship there. That's a nice touch. I like that. So should they all be bigger? Should I just be obscuring everything? and yet maybe lower density. Is this what we should be tweaking though? Are we going to tweak a render for 2 hours on a Friday? Hopefully not. Yeah, that is the problem I keep having with geometry nodes, actually, is that I keep running into situations where you want data from the ship to be able to
Lower
act
density,
outside the ship.
faster, bigger, stop moving.
Okay, yeah. Back to my point though, right? Like, I have all these cannon points of where the cannon is instanced inside of the geonodes. But then you kind of want those points to be where we're going to instance outside of the ship for a plethora of reasons. But without having like a ship, like the whole ship just get nested in another geonode thing that can have a point geometry output, you're just screwed. And it's the nesting that's killing me. Store named attribute can access in some places. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That sounds expensive.
You could add constraints.
Okay. Yeah, I could add constraints. I wish the alternate geometry outputs actually went somewhere that you could like reference. Store named attribute, you need to store it on a piece of geometry, and then that needs to be, you need to be going through all of it, right? Either that or I'm converting it to, I guess I haven't worked with attributes because again, that's outside of geonodes and I despise things outside of geonodes. In theory, I would think that would, I could have sworn it took a lot of these off. You could make the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I think? I think we're getting to the point where we shouldn't be in Blender anymore. Where we should export a ship and put it into Unity and then be using a proper system. Because, yeah, the way forward with Blender is like all workarounds. It's all really painful workarounds. Just store the position, but then how do I get it out? Like, how am I? Or it'd just be on the object, and then I'd put the object in, like the whole ship would go into another geometry node as an input. And then I would try to get store named attribute off of that to get points. I think that also means I need to just add some dummy geometry. That might not be the worst. Might be a little bit expensive. Oh, but then the ship, right? So if we export points from the ship, then the ship is also floating on the water with another geonode group down here. And that really puts a crimp in things because this will alter all the point positions. And if we alter all the point positions in here, I mean, maybe this will alter them. Maybe that would work. It'd be a weird system. Okay, I'm willing to try it though. I think. Until I'm not. To store the position info under a name. But does store named attribute not explicitly ask where you're storing the data? And then don't you explicitly need to get it off in the same place? I feel like I've had hours of my life ruined from not setting one of those drop downs correctly. Or feeling like I knew what that drop down was supposed to be and then being made a fool by Blender. I'm going to try the other thing. The cannon fire.
Yep, as that sounds like a plan.
Listen, it's a thing. It's a
Hello,
thing.
John
It will
Peters
work.
and John Peterson, John Williams and John Williamson, John Roberts and John Robertson, John Richards and John Richardson.
Are you still quoting that wiki about name origins? Okay, so you get an input object that's going to be an object. And then we object info that. Because again, we want to be divorced from the ship itself. That is the goal here. So what type the data is. Store a named attribute. Stores the point. And then like geometry needs to run through this. So like it's going to run on every point. It's going to store a piece of data on every single point. Like it's going to bloat the amount of data so much for each ship. Whereas I feel like if we're in the ship, place cannon. So we need a different place cannon script that would allow us to do points instead. You just add inline where the points are instanced. Yeah, so I am trying to do things different. This is a ship, and like, I'm not putting the ship on the water in here, right? That's like a different geonode thing. And I also am not gonna put, like, there's a point in time / geonodes where things need to be either before or after. And if they exist before, then they're glued to the ship and they're gonna move with the ship. And if they are after, then they are going to be independent of the movement of the ship. I mean, it's just that. Like, we have a node tree that makes a static ship that does not move at all. It can animate, like, ropes and things by using noise to move points, but the ship is completely still. And then after that, we put some dinghies that also move the same way. And we have a float on water, which moves it based off the water that's below it. So we need to be able to take this object, right? Like complete object itself. And we need to be able to look at points in that and find out if they have stored named attributes on them that tell us that they are cannon firing points to get the cannon out. And that would be transferred after the fact of the boat being moved by the water. Otherwise, it's locked into the cannon position, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know how much assistance I need. I think I just know a lot of the limitations. And I think we are kind of at a point where it's, if this works, it's nice. If it doesn't, then any other workaround is probably going to be like too big to attempt. No worries. No worries. Yeah, I'm thinking like if this puts out points and those points have a stored attribute on them, then I can identify those and I can just get the entire mesh of the ship and pull out the cannon firing points. Hopefully, it won't be too expensive. Fingers crossed. Can I just get this with a point? It's at that's translation. Ish. I guess there's an offset, but we can offset ourselves. Shouldn't be a problem. There we go. That will be cannon points or whatever. Okay, so we're going to do a join with this. We're going to do it right at the end. And with a store named attribute on point that's a Boolean, I guess. Okay, I think. And then this is ugly, but we bring that all the way over here. Oh, but points can actually frickin' render. Set point radius. Radius as 0. There we go. So they won't render, hopefully. Okay, cannon fire points. Now we need the other thing. Oh, I made it. What did I call it? Cannon fire. Do I not on input geometry? Maybe I don't. This one's gonna be for the ship. Oh, and then this one's gonna have to be for the fire. Oh, and I don't think I've ever used a string input. Let's do a string input. For giggles, I guess. You're gonna be fire point attribute. What info is that store named attribute supposed to be storing? A Boolean? A Boolean so I can tell the points from the other points. It's like, here's all of the boat's points. And if this even exists, oh wait, not store. Separate geometry. And then we'll take exists and put that into the selection and then put this into here. And that should be all of the points. I don't know if they have rotations on them. Should be a point cloud. Okay, is that good? Take the object, find the booleans named by the thing, and this is what I call it, can fire points. Or something. We're gonna go look it up. Here we go. Oh, her whole ship 04, sure. Fire object is simple cannon fire. And then we just need scale. I think we're good. Yeah, we're gonna try it. It probably doesn't have the right rotation. Oh, and then we need another, of course, we need to sample at index. Yeah, it's a point. We need a vector of the position of this, that, this. Or do we have to separate? Not separate geometry. It should be fine, right? Four. 4 points. Okay. All right. That's kind of a thing. So, didn't think I ever tried to comprehend nodes. Nodes are unknowable. They are a mystic art. This is true. And you're wonderful at distracting. Except when I evade you. Sorry. Apologies. We're in the middle of science. My only excuse. Repeat? Problem? Has unsupported type volume. But I said it was an instance. But I said it was an instance. So when it was joined to the cannon, I guess the cannon was instanced. I'm dumb. We should just be instancing on points. And then this is the points. I'm so dumb. Okay, yeah, that. And then this. And that. Uh-huh. Oh, I have my new problem. We need that point not to update. Well, I hate it here. Same thing. Dis, you're always enthusiastic. What about all the scheming? Can't forget about the scheming. Yeah, this is, This opens up all sorts of issues because we can't change the offset of the volume or the VDB reading inside of GeoNodes. We need several GeoNodes. That's already one of the problems. The second problem is that when the GeoNode or when the volume should start, right? Like the cannon should explode. We need to sample then and only then a point that we instance the cannon fire at. It's just too much. It's just too much. Well, it's 4:40. It's a good time to start noping out. You know, we're like 45 days in Blender is too much anyway, right? Totally. Back me up, chat. Hmm. Where are they? Oh, they're there. Except that's backwards, right? Okay, which ship are we editing for? I don't know. I'm losing the plot. Spain? Could do it with geoproximity, but then you're getting even heavier with the computation. I think the biggest problem is like getting a point at a moment in time that then we're not going to update. But maybe it's just, 4:45 on a Friday. And my brain's not going to engage. You've had the capture points position at X time only issue before? Haven't found an easy fix yet? Yeah. I think there is a solution. Just don't, I think I'm gonna hate it. And this also isn't gonna work with having things work at different times, but if you do a simulation zone, right? And we find out the time at the time. How do I actually illustrate this? I think it would be a switch. The idea is a switch with a vector. And then you put in false. Then not that frame, the other frame, time. Teen time. Okay, so a frame is equal to whatever. And this is the time that we actually want, or the position that we want at the time. That's what we're sampling. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to stagger them. This will work for like one. That's all we need for now. I just need that one little proof of concept. So if we're at the right time, we're going to go to this. And then it will just be that forever. Right? For like at 14. This would be the point that we're repeat. I don't know, brain's really fried. Yeah, I know this should get a point and then freeze it. Like it shouldn't update after that. Okay, so if we do a random, we don't need to see the end, right? We just need to see 5 feet in front of us. We random value, we iteration. 0 and 20. The only problem is that it's not gonna have offsets. We like can't offset. We'd need to do something stupid clever, like name it with the offset that it would have, put it in a collection, have the collection come in, parse the string, use the number that we parse to go into the offset. But I hate it. But I hate it. There's that issue. So this breaks down. I don't really need geometry over time. Okay, wait. Another switch. It's coming together very slowly, though.
Mr. Streamer Sir,
Yes.
did you know you can collapse the nodes to only the connected fields?
Collapse nodes to only... Yeah, I do. I do, but something about that... Yeah, I will. Someday. Someday I'll go and I'll right click and it's like... Show hide, right? Collapse and hide unused sockets. I could... Oh, so we could say we have a point only when we want to have a point? Only when after triggering this? Oh, only after we trigger this. We need another compare. There. Okay, so only if we've triggered the point will we have the point, and it will be at the proper position that will not move. And so I think we drop this. We put this in here. And then we instance off of these points. Now, why do you all exist? Control H is quicker when you feel like it. I don't trust any hotkeys because I use industry standard. And you can't trust anything. They're garbage. but the alternative is also a reality I don't want to live in. Oh, I'm still doing the wrong one. I'm rocking the wrong instance. There it is. Okay, there's one. Is there another one yet? Why is there only one? This was a brilliant plan. Don't prove me wrong.
Mr. Streamer Sir is a proud user of the industry standard keyboard shortcuts. I'll have you know, he might be
say
the only
proud.
one, but he's proud of it.
I'm not the only. There's got to be another of us. Though, to be fair, the other ones probably like opened Blender and found it annoying and then never opened it again. But yeah, that's a thing. It's all about camera controls, I think. That's what I convinced myself. Each point we we're not sampling the right index. That would do it. One. Okay, give us another one, please. Blender, you're making me look bad. Can I have to head off? Showering you for a few hours? No worries, Harpoon. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate you. Had a lot of fun. But have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and I'll probably see you sometime next week. Yeah, have a fun weekend. Blendering. Ha ha ha, blendering. Why is this not doing the thing though? I feel like maybe we're supposed to be separating geometry instead of just sampling index. Later. Thanks, I assume, Kroji, for the shout out. Everyone should go follow Harpoon Lobotomy, who's also a Blender user, doing the insanity. Yeah, let's try putting this into here. Because you like to shout out? I mean, it's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do. It's a positive, you're being a positive influence on the world right now. If this does work, then we take the selection and put it here, and then it's this position. This index. Later, have fun. No, you. Yeah, I'll see you later. Okay. Index. If index is equal to the iterator, then that's the one we're working on. Like that, put that in there. But why? It's 4. put it here. How many points? Empty. Empty. 2. Wait, why are there 2? And why are they right on top of each other? Instantly have 2. Waiting for your food? Ooh, what are you getting, Dis? I got Popeyes last night. And I have an opinion that people might not like. I don't know if you're ready for it. I mean, it's maybe a hot take. Maybe it's a cold take. I don't know. I don't know. Chick-fil-A? Yo,
Because I
Chick-fil-A is
mostly yell and
great.
scream, so shouting is a nice diversion.
Dis, how did you know? I mean, it's not so bad. It just I don't understand how people say that it has flavor. Like, where's the seasoning? I got nothing. They left it out. You mostly yell and scream? Shouting is a nice diversion? Yeah, I can agree with that. Oh, maybe this should be... Oh, does it matter? Just need you to say empty geometry. Alright? I need my sanity check. Give me my sanity check. Empty geometry. Thank you. Still empty? So good. Still empty. Is it always going to be empty now? What did I do? I broke it. I hope I broke it. Oh, because this doesn't work. Okay. Okay, there's one. This is when the chicken sandwich battles were happening, and you tried Popeyes, and it tasted like fish. That's really bad. Like cross contamination. All the fast food chicken places are bad. I don't know. I actually really like KFC. Like, I will choose KFC over Burger King sometimes. Unless they're more fast casual, less fast food. I mean, I hear you. Yo, fast casual is good. I love those little holes in the wall that have the dope big chicken tender buckets. So good. Dave's Hot Chicken? I don't know if I've had that. KFC is trash? I don't know if I can abide by that. I'm also very hungry. I get like a little bit over an hour. No Burger King? I like Burger King, just not all the time. The flame broiledness is like something I have to have a taste for. Why am I not getting the right position? Separating points. Index 0 of the thing that we separated. That should be fine. What if you're just 5? Maybe this won't ever put out the right, I don't know. Maybe I'm wasting all my time here. The Nashville hot chicken from KFC was good. Yo, do you remember what's it called? Was it the Double Down? Yo, I loved the Double Down back in the day. Not gonna lie. 2 pieces of chicken with a piece of cheese in the middle and some bacon when I eat bacon. Please, please. I'm doing this dumb again. I'm doing it dumb again. The separate itself is all we need. Oh, it just keep no, that's not good either. Now it's not instancing any. But it says that there's like a million. I hate this. There's this place near your sister called Main Chick. It's actually craveable hot chicken. Yo. Okay, sounds good. You want to try the KFC Double Down, but never did? It was worth it. I found it so good. And then in the Middle East, I had the Zinger. The Zinger is really good if you have it abroad. But that might also be a regional menu item.
Okay, hear me out. According to NATO, an attack on a NATO country is an attack on all NATO countries. Then Trumpalumpa would have to defend himself from himself, and shoot himself in the foot. Now I think about it, let's not mention that to Trumpalumpa. Maybe he'll fall for it when it happens.
I mean, that would be pretty amusing, right? All over, what, Greenland? Or is this a different thing that you sparked up more recently? This part, yes, it does. How many are in this part? Okay. Do I need to throw a join in? Unknown socket value. This kind of makes sense.
Greenland, you're right. I just read that the Greenlanders pissed on the profit fist of Trumpalumpa.
What did no, I haven't gone to Mecca. I went to Qatar. Perhaps 10? I wish. I wish. I should sign off early and just go sit and watch something. Oh, or play a game. You know, playing a game is so good at letting you forget about being hungry. Or is it unknown? It's either empty or it's not, bruh. Done. Cranky. You see when you're hungry? It's probably not a skinny winner. You're a winner in my book, Dis. I don't know. I feel brain dead. I kind of want to wrap up. Would that be the worst? Would you guys hold it against me? Would I hold it against me? I mean, we got some really ugly, big air quotes, results. Got some results today. Oh yeah, not super. Why Blender? Why do I always find myself in these situations? It's your stream, bro. Listen, we out here together, all right? Try not to forget that.
I'm happy with the red fart.
I don't even see the red fart anymore. It's gone. It's out of here. Maybe it's kind of there. Here, we can watch this. I'm happy you like it. Actually, you have ship. Ship has cannons. You should do a version that has Blender. I don't know. What would you do for this? Blender has a solution, right? There's some sort of simulation you can use for clouds. It's only business. Listen, these are important friendships we're talking about here that I don't appreciate you underappreciating. Is that right? And almost halfway through Ramadan. That's poggers. We almost made a chat. This seems way too heavy. Like an Eevee, we don't want the spotlight. And has anyone seen Flow yet? The Blender rendered movie? You're relaxing from now until Sunday? I want to do that. I want to do that right now. You need sushi? I wish I could get sushi. We're too poor for sushi. We don't have that sushi money. Spend on Popeyes and now I'm crying. It's only business from Pirates. Can you quote everything from Pirates of the Caribbean? What percentage of the movie do you think you could quote off the top of your head? I haven't even heard of it. Wait, heard of what? Oh, I'm lost. Man, someone should lock me up. I'll be streaming right now. But I go on any. Why? Why do I go on? What am I doing? I guess next week we should do the Kraken or oh, maybe that's what we do. The last 45 minutes. I didn't take a break yet. Maybe I don't take a break. Maybe I go right till 6 and then we end right at 6 and between now and then we I don't know, try a Kraken, I guess. Let's do that tentacle we've been putting off forever. Why can't I just hit enter twice? Stupid Blender. Okay. Add a Bezier curve. A perfect. Good enough. Maybe even good. It may even be good. I was not expecting that.
Kraken, the nightmare from the Barbie world.
Kraken? I like it. I like that. Does it have to be Ryan Gosling though? Can it be more like the Ken W? Do you know the Ken W emote? It's like kind of specific to a channel, but it's worth knowing because you know the Kek W emote. You know Kek W? I'm gonna wait so you guys can all say that you know Kek W. Or do I have to show you Kek W? Fine. Fine. You don't care for Ryan Gosling? Okay, so here's Keck W, right? One of the greatest LOL emotes, right? Dino Singale mistyped it once as Ken W, and this got created from that. I want to crack in like this. Just add tentacles, right? I don't think Ryan Gosling was bad, and I think he's been a great actor in moments, but I don't always want to watch Ryan Gosling, to be fair about things. We need a, what's the thing? What's endpoint selection? That goes in there. That goes in there. That goes in there. Then we need a circle. Why is curve radius not working? Oh. Okay. Good. Hmm. Do you like Ken W? Is that your new favorite emote? Oh, the Steam sale's on. I realized that. There's a lot of cool games. But if I can't afford food, I can't afford game. Yeah, there's some like indie bangers that are coming out. Especially detective-like ones. Like alternative. There's another game out. It's like You're Not My Neighbor. That's a Paper Please like. Seems kind of cool. All right, we're gonna set position.
Ryan Gosling is one of those. It's a mystery why he's successful. Maybe that Scientology stuff actually works. THNGS?
Why is he so? Wait, is he a Scientologist? Wait a second. Not that it matters. Anyone should be able to worship whatever they want to worship, but Ryan Gosling, are you a Scientologist? He was a musketeer. It's not confirmed. There's just like an internet theory that he gets good roles, so he must be a Scientologist. That's interesting. Or so my brief glance at the internet is telling me. Well, that's a rumor you're spreading. Oh, okay, capture. We capture stuff. There we go. Sorry, brain was definitely not engaged. Seriously, you need to be the float. Oh, I think I make it a float here. I think that was the cheat. Okay, so we divide it by the number of points, I think. And that'll give us a gradient from first to last. And then we store the UV, and then we actually use the UV. Mind-blowing, I know. This is going to be UV map. We combine. And I need a new show to watch. Anyone have suggestions? Right now we're watching C-Lab 2021 because it's hilarious. But trying to find a bigger show. Something good and binge-worthy with high production value, maybe, hopefully. And then what? And we're pulling out a thing. Okay, so we get the normal. We get the vector math. So we get like things. Normal multiplied by this. Good, almost there. Croji, get him. Get him. He wants me to remove the spaces. Get him. And then multiply. Or maybe that's not bad. Maybe we just put the tentacles in there. This is something. We're getting somewhere.
Well, okay, that was a joke. but the lead actor of The Handmaid's Tale got pointed out that she played in a story about a crazy cult-like, abusive, regressive, lunatic community, and that she is a Scientologist, and she said, "I don't see the comparison."
Really? Where's dude's wife? Huh? Where's dude's wife? That's all I'm asking. You know, I don't think it's an unfair question either. Yeah, this one. Yeah, flip cap. That fixes everything. Yeah, my wife won't watch Handmaid's Tale because it's too real, and I support her. Too close to real events happening in the real world right now. I can't do -01? Dumb. Why does none of this work the way I expect? Okay, 1 minus the thing, and that goes into multiply. Colorhood states, the Gilead states. I haven't seen enough of it to know what that means, but I assume it's bad. Even after he loses the house, do you think he'll stop ruling by decree? Wait, is he gonna lose the house? Who said he's gonna lose the house? Last I heard, uh, Schumer traded the places on us. Can't even trust the Democrats anymore. What's this lighting? Kind of cool. A little bit caustic, slightly. How? If I look over an email, it has a fresh political message about how much the government just got funded when it shouldn't be. Man, politics sucks, but it sucks more that I even have to pay attention to it at all. Just that. It's bad. Bad, it'll never be good. Again, if that was a reference to The Handmaid's Tale, I also still don't know. Not sure. Whatever. And then do we distribute points on faces? I'm losing it. My will. It's not there right now. We're not quite at Honey Dipper level yet, though. Honey Shooter? Honey Shooter. That's the one. And we'll just start with spheres, I guess. I'm fading, chat. Fading. Only like 10,000 subs could save me now. Other than that, my energy's just depleted. You don't know Schumer much, but from what you've heard of him, you think his instinct that the budget is bad, but closing down the government would give Trump his dogs more of a free hand? That would be far worse. That's what people are saying to defend him. Yes, that is true. I don't know that them not having the money to function does allow them to do whatever they want. I'm not sure about that. Why does everyone else think that it doesn't, besides him? There's like really a very select number of people that are like, oh, that's a good idea. Oh, we need the join. So, what's your theory, Cryogy? Would you prefer the government to be up and active while it's actively battling the EU, or would you prefer it be shut down while it's actively fighting the EU and everything else in the world? It's just selection work. Boolean math. Today's a hard one. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, tentacle, right? Now we just need to do little suction cups. Do you think from their principal and not from real politic? It's true. It's true. The real politics are always overlooked. Trump would rule by edict anyway, so, I mean, that's true. That's true. You're just giving his cronies more money. That's what I think. Okay, so this needs to be... How do we do a suction cup? I feel like it's a cylinder kind of dealy. And we're not finishing this today. I can pretty much guarantee you. Karji, would you rule by edict? I'm not gonna say you're the same as him. Also, see maybe another dictatorial streak in you. Just maybe a more fun one. Oh, we're looking for normal. Normal. And more Boolean math. We need top and side and bottom. Minus the bottom. All right, push that down, and then we're gonna do that other thing. We get the position, and then we separate combine. Find the lowest length.
I would probably be a dictator. I can't tell other people what to do, so I would overcompensate. That's why I'm not in politics.
Yeah, I'm probably in the same boat, to be real about it. In there. We're getting close though. How do you get that from How is it that I subdivide and then I blur and the blur? Why do you look like this? Oh, is that because it's triangles? Can we n-gon? I don't know if n-gon's gonna work. No, because we need the point in the middle. Maybe it should have little flanges. Maybe that's a thing. So many subdivisions.
Are you trying to find the point where Blender geometry nodes reach first light and you get fusion energy?
I mean, if I could, it'd get me a Nobel Prize, right? And I'd mention you all on stage. You know I would. Good. That's good. But maybe. Does it look like this? If so, then yes, definitely. It's totally my intention. No, wait, this is a mistake. Oh, come on, turn off. That's totally how it should happen, right?
I would want to have part of the Nobel acceptance speech with this TTS voice. That would be a riot.
That would be pretty good. That would definitely go to live stream fails, and then I'd be a huge streamer. So we need to work together to make that happen. How do we do? How do we do a fusion? It should be easy enough, right? People are already working on it. We just need to swoop in and vulture them. Yeah, like that, but then uber dense, distance min higher. To 5,000. Where is it? I don't hear it at all. Should I read it? Should we try and get it to go again? Did it get held? Why would it get held? It says nothing here. It says literally like you got nothing. There's no message in it. What if I do it?
If people do fusion in cooking and music, how hard can it be?
Yeah, right? Totally agree.
Hashtag scam, hashtag rigged, hashtag I want my channel points back. Wait, I can do that myself. Hold my ponytail.
Rikarji has a ponytail? Yes, you hear? We learned something today. We learned. This needs to be over this. To resample. I don't get what I do. Oh, I'm so dumb. Capture the point, and then we resample, and then we might capture the point again. Maybe.
6 p.m. 6 p.m. 6 p.m.
True, 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 true. Oh, did I done break it? Please, tentacle, please. Blender. See, now Blender heard it was 6 and now it decided to crap the bed. The one good thing about Houdini was if I hit escape in Houdini, it actually stopped calculating stuff. I don't even know why this is so broke. It's just some number. I don't think this has to do with number of thing. Number of anything, really.
Well, I love a good blender whiteout.
Excellent. I'm glad I could provide that for you today. Isn't that fantastic? Perfect. This tentacle is going to be so good. When did I save it last? We do the trick? You know, where we close it and then we open it and then we try to open the autosave? There might be an autosave. But when do you know? When's too early to assume there's an autosave? I'm about to fall asleep. Come on, Blender. I will clap at you. Get back. Someday. Should I try it? I lose a lot of good work because I don't even remember when I last saved it. I do want that autosave to work. No? Okay. We can wait a little bit because I'm about to run away. About to run. Blender. I'm allowed to stop streaming and wait for it to subside? Thank you. I might do that. I might do. Today was so successful. Surprisingly successful. We had some failures, but like, we got a cannon effect. I hate it. You know, but we have a cannon effect. I just saved it, right? I think I just technically saved it. We got that instanced, which was kind of poggers. We ran into some real big headache walls, trying to instance them well. And what else? That's it. Then we did tentacle, I think. Medium day, medium progress. Even the failures were fun. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna go sit next to my wife, who's gonna be like, "Why are you here?" And or maybe she's gonna be like, "I'm cooking." You can be here if you want, but I'm cooking. We'll see. All right. I'm gonna wait for the blender to get back, I guess. Thank you, everybody. All my lurkers, my chats, my VOD watchers. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope to see you again on Monday. between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when we are going to continue Tentacle, and maybe we'll get into Sculpts. And who knows, maybe we continue figuring out the cannon fire. But we could also just put it all together somewhere else. We'll find out. Yeah, thank you. Have a great weekend. Jump in the Discord if you want. Follow if you haven't. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.